In Arcane, Jinx and Caitlyn represent two opposite worlds, yet strikingly mirror each other's emotional battles, both grappling with identity, belonging, and their role in the larger conflict around them. In Season 2, Act 1 reveals these dynamics even more intensely as we see them navigate personal and external struggles. While most of their outside parallels are strikingly similar, such as they both use a gun as a weapon of defense or their relationship with Vi, it is important to see the glaring similarities that Act 1 of Season 2 is showcasing. The first few scenes quite literally start where we see both young women grieving the loss of a loved one, Caitlyn with her mother, and Jinx with Silco. Both have lost a parent, but being the products of their environments, both handle those deaths in different ways. How they process trauma is fundamentally different. Jinx's trauma is chaotic, full of erratic impulses and paranoia, stemming from her abandonment issues. This pain is so deeply woven into her psyche that she channels it destructively. In Season 2, we get this beautifully animated shot of her and Silco in what looks to be Jinx's mind. At first, Jinx is somber, her voice gravely and empty, until she finally screams out loud. Caitlyn, on the other hand, experiences a more restrained, duty-bound trauma, having known that since she was a young girl how important it is to stay composed and poised. Caitlyn feels an obligation to uphold what she believes her mother would have wanted her to do. Her trauma drives her toward order rather than chaos. She is controlled where Jinx is impulsive. This contrast in coping mechanisms highlights their respective backgrounds and gives insight into why they do often clash. At least that's what we thought. Caitlyn's mental state begins to resemble the fragmentation we've seen in Jinx. Although hers is more controlled and introspective, Caitlyn too begins to have small outbursts of irritation. There is a moment in the intro where Caitlyn's body language mirrors Jinx's entirely. Her mind becomes a battlefield as she wrestles with doubts, guilt, and the heavy weight of what she feels is the mistake of letting Jinx get away. This inner turmoil pulls Caitlyn down a darker path, not as extreme as Jinx's descent, as she finds herself more consumed by revenge than the need to cause chaos. Caitlyn and Jinx are on a collision course, with Vi figuratively and literally caught in the middle. With Caitlyn feeling at war with Vi's complicated ties to both worlds, her frustration boils over.
What's wrong with you? I keep telling myself that you're different, but you're not. It's her blood in your veins.
While Vi is seemingly on Caitlyn's side, she joined the Enforcers and participated in a stakeout for Jinx, but still Caitlyn cannot ignore the fact that Jinx is her little sister. That messy reality is what causes Caitlyn to lash out. And to Jinx, Vi's seeming alliance with Caitlyn feels like an affirmation of Jinx's deepest insecurities. That her transformation into Jinx has made her irredeemable in Vi's eyes, and that her sister has found a better, more dependable partner in Caitlyn. This is further proven when Jinx starts to see Vi as those demons that taunt her in her mind. The sense of betrayal and rejection drives Jinx to spiral further, believing that she has no one left who truly accepts her, who truly loves her, forcing her to retreat deeper into the lonely path she's carved for herself. If you've made it to the end of this video, well, I can't thank you enough. As Arcane Season 2 unfolds, we're likely to see more layers peeled back, exposing new depths in each character's journey and the impossible choices that drive them apart. Or perhaps back together? So if you're as captivated by the tangled dynamics of Arcane's characters as I am, stay tuned. There's so much more to uncover, and we're only getting started. See you then.